Hey everybody, welcome back. It's Mr. Grosso. Hope everybody had a very nice and very relaxing spring break. All right, and now that everybody's back, and now that we're picking back up with math, the topic that we're going to take a look at is surface area. So there's lots of different shapes that we could do and that we will do with surface area, but we're going to start slow and we're going to start simple, only looking at cubes and rectangular prisms to start. All right, so what surface area is the amount of space that covers a three-dimensional shape. So it's the entire outside of a 3D shape. So if you go back to the two-dimensional shape, perimeter and circumference, that was talking about the outside of a two-dimensional shape. That was more of a distance because you're only looking at something two-dimensionally. But now that you're talking about three dimensions, all of the outside is actually measured in 2D shapes. So that right there, this right here. So everything on the outside of a three-dimensional shape is going to be a two-dimensional shape that we're looking at. So in order to figure out the surface area, we got to get the area of all the 2D shapes that make up these sides and add them all up. All right, so we're going to take a look at a cube first. So what we're going to do is unfold this cube and lay it out flat so we're looking at just the outside. So how many sides are there? Well, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 sides. So that means we got to find the area for 6 individual sides and add them up to get the surface area. So what shapes are those sides? Because that kind of tells us what area formulas we're going to use for this. So because it's a cube, all 6 of those sides are going to be squares. So that's going to make this a little bit easier for this first example here. All right. So the thing that Miss Coleman and I are going to try and do to help you guys out more is give you a little shape indicator and what side you're working on. And we've also included the units over here off to the side, so all you got to do is the math. But we're also going to give you what side is considered the front, and we're going to highlight it for you because if you're just looking at this, you could say a lot of different sides are the front. It's depending on your perspective. So for this first example, I'm going to go side by side and highlight each and every side. And then I'm going to just show you the beginning of the 2 that you guys are going to be working on your own out of the 4 for the cube. And I'll show you like with those highlighted and like how that's going to help. So the front, we're going to say is this piece right here, this side. So because it's a square, you just have to multiply length times width or one side squared. So all the horizontal sides are going to be 8 feet. So this is 8 feet, this is 8 feet, this is 8 feet. All those horizontal lines are going to be the same length. Just like all these depth lines right here are going to be the same length. So that's 8 feet, that's 8 feet, that's 8 feet, that's 8 feet, and all the heights are going to be 8 feet. So that's 8 feet, 8 feet, 8 feet, and 8 feet. So what's the area of this square going to be? Well, it's 8 times 8. It's going to give us 64. All right, let's take a look at the back. Back is just going to be the opposite location of the front. So that right there is going to be 8 feet. And then remember, all the horizontal lines are 8 also. So that's 8 times 8. And that's going to give us 64. The left side over here, some people are going to complain that there's no numbers to help you out. But there are the numbers over here. And like we were saying, you got to use the numbers that you're given and apply those to the sides where you need them. So all the vertical lines are 8, all those heights are going to be 8, and these depth lines are 8. So that's 8 times 8 to figure out what that left side is. So that's going to be 64. All right. The opposite of that left is going to be the right side over here. So we got 8 times 8. That's going to be 64. All right, we're going to have the top next. So again, there's no numbers here on the top side, but we know that this right here is 8 because of the bottom, and we know that this slanted side right here is also 8. So we got 8 times 8 is 64 for the top, And we're going to do the bottom. The bottom is 8 times 8, and that is 64. So the nice thing about the cube is all the sides are squares, but all the sides are going to be the exact same size of square. So surface area is not just getting those individual sides, but adding them all up. This is just your checklist. So we got to add up 64 6 times, or we can just do 64 times 6 to give us the total surface area of 384 feet squared. All right, now if you take a look at the two that you guys are going to work on first, this side right here is going to be considered the front. So that means this one in the back would be the back. This side right here would be the right side. This one over here would be your left side. And then you got the top and the bottom. Kind of similar for number 2, but just maybe looking at it in a different way. This one right here is the front side. This side right here would be the back, making this one over here the left side, and this side mostly covered by that highlighted front is going to be the right side. And then you got your top up here and your bottom down here. All right, so give these a shot, and there's going to be 2 more right here. I'll help you guys out with these ones as well. If this guy right here is the front, that means this one here is the back, which makes this one here the left side. This is the front. This right here is going to be the left. And this one right back here is the right. And then you got your top and your bottom. This one right here for number 4 is the front. So that means this side back here is the back. So if this is the front, that means this one over here is the left. This one right here is the right. And then you got your top and your bottom. All right, if you guys have any problems or questions, please let us know and we can help you guys out. All right, so try these 4 problems on your own, and I'll meet up with you for the rectangular prism intro and get you a little head start on that one.